Manipulation, the use of secrecy. Secrecy and secrets are very useful to us to enable us to manipulate our victims for the purposes of the achievement of the prime aims. Do you remember when you were at school and your friends all appeared to know something that you didn't? They gave each other knowing looks, made sideways references to this thing, and smiled and giggled. Unsettling, wasn't it? You asked them to tell you, you pleaded, and you may have even become upset or angry, threatening your friends with some repercussion if they did not tell you what it was that they knew. Usually it was nothing, just a device devised to play a game with you. Sound familiar? To provoke a reaction. Sound familiar? To cause you to react. Sound familiar? And it worked. Then you were in on the secret, and you could join in and play it against the next unsuspecting individual. Harmless child's play, really. Nevertheless, as that truth seeker and wanting to belong, you didn't like that sensation of not knowing, did you? Few people do. And of course it's even worse for the empathic truth seeker, who is driven by a need to understand and know. How many times, when somebody has gone missing, have the anguished people left behind declared, "It's the not knowing which really gets to you"? The apprehension you experience when you wait to receive your examination results, you know that you studied hard during the year, you know that you undertook the revision the right way, and you did actually feel that the examination went well. But you can never be sure, can you? Doubt lurks. It's this lack of knowing which gnaws away at you until you receive the result. I know this, and I and my brethren, either instinctively or through calculation, recognize that this truth-seeking trait of yours, the need to know, can be used against you. Waiting for some test results concerning your health causes anxiety and concern. Even if it is bad news, once you have those results, you can then take action, make plans, and formulate a way forward. But whilst you do not know, you're stuck, paralyzed and frozen. It's an unpleasant sensation at best, and an utterly debilitating one at worst. You don't like secrets. We thrive on them. So much of what we are is a secret. We are like a series of chests, compartments and vaults, in which various secrets have been placed. Some have been placed there that will never be revealed, either to you or even to ourselves. Others are those secrets about what we really are or what we actually do, and we close the lid, slam the door, shut and turn the key in the expectation that you don't find them out and expose us for what we truly are, either known instinctively or known consciously. We don't want you to find out that the honey-coated facade is just that, as you open a dark box and find the full horror of our true nature lurking inside. The past behaviours and historic actions are consigned into the depths of archive storage to prevent you from knowing what we really did to our ex-partner, what was said to our brother that has meant that we have not spoken in 10 years, or the catalogue of infidelities that we engaged in with our previous spouse. If you were ever allowed admission to those dark corridors, you would pass the vaults, chests, and caskets into which the secrets of our kind have been placed. Wife-beater, alcoholic, smackhead, fraudster, closet homosexual, expenses fiddler, serial cheater, elder abuser, fence, conman, contemptor of court, distant parent, liar, convict, tax fraud, cross-dresser, sexual degenerate, and so much more besides. Many secrets, some of which you may eventually look upon, so many you may never know about. So many secrets, hidden away, pushed into the recesses, concealed and secreted, so that prying eyes do not learn the truth of what we say and do. Yet our secrecy goes further than that. We let you know that we have some kind of secret in order to assert control over you. Those of us that are aware revel in giving you a glimpse of something but then pulling it from view. Either consciously or instinctively, we engage in half comments, low whispers and veiled comments, in order to pique your interest, but then we withhold the full tale. We gain through these insignificant mysteries that cause you to question and probe. After all, we do know how you behaved when you were so much younger, and how the sensation of not being able to know troubles you. It troubles you and your kind more than others. Like the older boy at school, we have snatched your lunch money and now hold it above your head, almost in reach as you hop and jump, frustration increasing as you attempt to recover it. You want to get hold of what it is that we know, so you can satisfy your own need to know. We understand this, and therefore engage in the playing of games where we suggest, hint, partially reveal, and allude to that, so that your interest is gained. We tease as we make oblique references to something in the expectation that you will bite. We will sit staring into space, cultivating the appearance of depth and intrigue as you observe us, causing you to wonder, what are we thinking about? You will invariably ask, and this will mean that we will give you some cryptic response, which has you pondering and probing further. Whatever we told you is nothing to do with what we were actually thinking about. Where it is a lesser or mid-range narcissist, this is done instinctively, and with the greater utilizing guilt and intrigue, utilizing suspicion against you, we consciously tell you something other than what we are actually thinking. We may have been admiring the view from the window. We might have been wondering how the football match would turn out. And we may well be considering which of the growing stable of prospects to message next. Instead, we will trot out some comment or line which give the appearance of us being preoccupied with some weighty matter, something possibly beyond the wit and understanding of you, something that cultivates an air of mystery, an air of being an intellectual heavyweight. The intrigue adds to your allure, but it also plays to your desire to need to know. The keeping back of information, the withholding of knowledge. The cloak and dagger routine is all part of the manipulative act towards you. The true secrets will never be revealed to you. Reason being, many of them are buried so deep that the unaware narcissist is incapable of knowing what they are to reveal them. And, of course, the aware greater and ultra would never do so, for to do so would be to hand power to you, and we will never do that. In some instances, the secret we allude to doesn't even exist. It's just a device to control you. It's a means of keeping you bound to us, asking and wondering and probing. The half-answers and the tidbits are there to confuse, bewilder, and increase your anxiety and uncertainty. The mysterious murmurs, the ponderous gaze, and the comments to ourselves, which you can only partially hear, are manipulative ruses. They are to give us the appearance of depth when it is lacking. The creation of so many apparent secrets is to keep you away from the real secrets by leading you in a different direction, and to give the appearance of depth and substance. We look to snatch your consideration and scrutiny and make it belong to us instead. The playing of secrecy continues after the cessation of our formal relationship, always when you have been disengaged from, and often even when you escape. How many times are your night bedfellows not some other person, but the ghosting, spectral questions of how, what, why, when, and where? You are given no answers as to what has happened, and this is when the secrecy takes on the greatest significance, as we have entered you into the maze where you try to find a way through it in order to understand how we could have done what we did, what on earth happened to you, Why did we do those things? When will we come back? And where did it all go wrong? We condition you throughout your dance with us to be intrigued by us, to wonder, to speculate, to pontificate, and so forth, so that it builds and builds and builds, until then we cast you to one side. You can do nothing but keep wanting to learn our secrets, to open those doors, to slide back the bolts and open the portals, to raise the lids and lift the covers. This keeps you coming back, driven by your addiction, driven by your emotional thinking. It keeps you hanging on in the misguided hope that one day there will be a momentous reveal, that you can get to the truth of the matter, that you can gain closure, and it will all make sense. But your emotional thinking will never let you make sense of it all. You wait in the expectation that all the secrets of this person, that you still of course love, will be revealed to you. But it never happens. Not by him or her. The unmasking comes from another place. It is no secret that you have the key to the narcissist universe in your ears right now through me. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.